Oh well, hello everyone, it's 26Bond, it's Rob from the UK, back with a new feature. Well, it's not that old, not that new really. It's basically called I Like Iron Maiden. As you all know, I do quite like Iron Maiden, so today's going to be an Iron Maiden video. I've got an awful lot of foreign pressings which have recently come into my collection. In fact, one's I've got today from the postman. Which has come all the way from Germany. Very nice seller there. Has sent that. So I'm going to show you all of that. But first of all, just a few little messages. There's an awful lot going on in the world of Maiden at the moment. We've got the new LP, DVD and double CD coming out, which is the reissued Maiden England, or what it's now called, Maiden England, not even 1988, but Maiden England 88. There's a lot of thoughts to why Maiden aren't doing a Blu-ray of this. It's going to be on like a 2-disc DVD, which will have the concert, plus 3 songs they didn't put on the original video edit, and also 12 Wasted Years documentary, which I used to own on VHS years ago. When that was released, must have been around about 89 time. God, maybe 87 perhaps. Which I sadly don't have on VHS anymore. So that's going to be there. Some promo videos. So yes, a lot of people were a bit whingy about why it wasn't going to be on Blu-ray, and the common thought was that it probably cost too much money for Maiden to restore it. So sadly, we haven't got Blu-ray Maiden England, but I imagine that's what they'll probably do once they hang up their guitars and microphones and drumsticks for good. They'll probably do a Blu-ray box set of most of the stuff, I would have thought. Also, just to let you know, on Friday, Blaze Bayley, ex-Iron Maiden vocalist, is going to be in Weston-super-Mare. So if any of you watching the video are in the southwest of the UK and want a bit of a night out, Blaze is doing an acoustic set at the Green Bays in North Street in Weston-super-Mare. I'll be going down there for that, so if anyone is going down, come up to me if you see me. I'll be on my Todd. I'll be the sad loner at the bar drinking Baby Sham because I've got to drive, sadly. But there you go. Hopefully Blaze is going to sign some records for me as well, so that'll be cool, and maybe we'll get him to say something for a future video. See if I can get him to do it. And also this month on the 25th, it was meant to be released yesterday, but the last 2 picture discs for the reissue campaign that Iron Maiden are doing now come out on the 25th, which is in about 12 days time. So I'll be showing those on a new video. So I'm going to show you some stuff now that I have recently picked up. A lot of these have been showcased on my Facebook page, which is called Iron Maiden Vinyl Collectors. Now, if anyone's interested in Iron Maiden vinyl and collecting, and the differences between the various pressings, what inserts came in what years they were released, and what you should get within a package, please join. Be great to see you there. We've got 603 members as of today. So for something which has only been running about 8 months, I think, we're doing ever so well. So great to see people posting their Maiden stuff and discussing Maiden. But it is purely not a collector's site for posters or anything like that, or t-shirts, which sadly, because t-shirts are great for Maiden, but it's just a vinyl one. So anything you'd like to show for vinyl, go on to Iron Maiden Vinyl Collectors on Facebook. Cool. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to show you is I bought an Australian Iron Maiden LP, which actually had this stuffed in it. Let me show you. It's quite big, as you can see. What this is it's a original Iron Maiden UK promo poster. See, it's advertising the tour, See the Beast on Tour, Number of the Beast's new album. It's in alright condition. The sides of it and the corners have obviously been put up on walls, and there's blue tap marks and a bit of discoloration, but I got this absolutely free and it was included within an album. So I was more than happy to get that. Now I'm quite keen to get it framed up so it doesn't sort of break anymore, but I don't know, I might have to have a word with my framer, because I think that those corners are going to sort of stand out in a frame, but perhaps they'll be able to do something with it. But that was a pretty cool edition, and I understand it's incredibly rare. Ones of these in mint condition can go for quite a lot of money, so that was really cool. I was really pleased to pick that up finally. Let's start with what I got today. Another copy of Live After Death, you cry. Well, that's right, this one's not in great condition. You can see the spine has pretty much dissolved over time. This is actually a reissue from 1986 from the South American country of Peru. There we go, and I've posted photos of this a little bit clearer on the Facebook page, but it actually mentions that it's from Peru in French, which is a bit peculiar, as I believe Spanish is the native tongue for Peruvians, so I'm not sure if anyone can tell me a little bit more about that. It's a bit falling apart, this one, but I didn't pay a lot for it. It's got the bog standard gatefold, but it's on a very sort of matte paper, and that's why it's sort of falling apart. It's very thin matte paper. Now it doesn't have any inner sheets or any booklet as far as I could tell. This is the label. If you notice in brackets it's got the World Slavery Tour. Now that's a big variation, because this is the only one, as far as the only one that I own for sure, that actually mentions anything about the World Slavery Tour, as far as I can remember anyway. Certainly the US version doesn't mention that, and certainly the UK one. I'm pretty sure the Polish one doesn't either. So there you go. Not in great nick, but something a little bit different, and a cool album. Now there is a clear vinyl version of that from Peru, which is probably the original version, which is worth a lot of money. So if anyone has one that they don't want to sell for a lot of money, let me know. Right, this is a bootleg. This is London Blaze. Now you would think this would be a Blaze Bayley gig, but it's not. There is a CD called London Blaze, which I do believe is actually a Blaze gig, so a bit confusing. This is an actual gig from the 7th tour of a 7th tour. It's a triple vinyl set. Now they issue these on red, white, blue vinyl, 100 of each, and the rest on black. Now I've got a black vinyl edition. December the 7th, 1988, at the Hammy Odeon. That's the back cover. It's just played it. It's really good sound quality. It's the full concert, including the encores. So this is really pretty much a taster of what the Maiden England new release by Maiden's going to be like. It's an identical, pretty much. Well, it is. It's an absolutely identical set list. So this is more like a sort of fan's eye view version of Maiden England. Now you can pick these up for between £30 and £40. They're currently on ebay.co.uk, and it's one of the better quality sounding bootlegs out there that I own. So if you like a bit of Maiden around the 88 period, you could do a lot worse than try and pick that one up for sure. Staying on the bootleg theme, this is another one. This is Made of Iron Maiden. This is pretty much a mishmash of a Dutch gig from the Killers tour, some of the stuff which Bruce did prior to joining the band when he sang for the first time over Maiden tracks in the studio, and it's got the famous Christmas wishes messages from Iron Maiden on there as well. So there you go, quite a hard one to get hold of. This is actually a Czech bootleg, so you know, there you go. Good picture of Steve on the front, gunning some unsuspecting concert goer down. Bit of Power Slave for you. This is a UK reissue. This is a Fame reissue. Serial number FA3244. Now you might think, oh, aren't Fame that cheap label? They can't be particularly collectible. But actually, these ones are the later albums. Peace of Mind, this one, Summer in Time, and Seventh Son, are really quite worth a lot of money actually, and quite collectible on the Fame label. The reason being they were released in 1991, whereas Iron Maiden and Killers, the first two, plus Beast, were released I think in 85 or 86, or reissued. then on the Fame label. But these were done in the 90s, and as you know, in the 90s, people were mainly bothered about CDs, so these were sort of a bit left on the shelf. Now, there is a rumour with this one that this wasn't actually meant to be part of the series. So I've read that there was very small quantities of this one printed up. How true that is, I can't tell, I can't prove. As we know, the internet can be a source of complete bollocks from time to time. But there you go, that's a Fame UK pressing of Power Slave. And it has the smooth cover, unlike the first pressing on a lot of countries. Records were like a sort of textured sleeve. That one is a standard sort of glossy sleeve. This is awesome. This is still, and it's shrink wrap. I can't believe this, but it's opened on the side so I can get the record out. This is from Mexico. This is Somewhere in Time. Notice that all the song titles are in Spanish. There we go. I'll show you the record. Great condition. There you go. So they've got these sort of beige. I'll show you that side. They've got these beige labels. So there you go, with all the song titles in Spanish. So I was really happy to pick that up. I just love foreign pressings. I just love to collect anything I can really to do with Maiden Records, the various pressings. It's a bit of an affliction. It's an expensive affliction, but there you go. Very nice condition, that one. Going back to Power Slave, this is a Mexican copy of Power Slave. There you go. Now the main differences with the Mexican version is that it has this bit here. There you are. So basically saying it's made in Mexico. Once again, song titles are in Spanish, and this one does say this record can only be sold in Mexico, not for sale outside. What these South American releases I never seem to find within inner sleeves. They've always got these rubbishy anti-static, well, not even that, polythene bags. So I wonder if anyone's got some South American vinyl, Mexican vinyl, which did have the inner sleeves. There you go. I wonder if these are complete or not. This one's very good indeed. The record's in very good condition. Well, it's better than that. It's excellent condition. The sleeve does have a bit of a hole going through it. Do you know, sometimes when I feel when I'm putting records back in these sleeves, it feels like I'm in Tesco's trying to put a bag of carrots away, you know? It does fill me with a bit of emotion. But there you go, made in Mexico. Power Slave Mexico. Now the last Power Slave I'm going to show you today is an Australian copy. You're probably going, cool, it looks so much different from the Mexican one. But there you go. This is the Australian copy. There you go. Nice, rich coloured printing. It does come with the inner sleeve. This one's in a rather nicer one of those. So there you go. The labels are pretty much the same. Obviously the serial numbers are very different. Let's put that away properly. So yes, I've done very well on Power Slaves. I think at the moment I must be up to about 17 various copies of Power Slave. So that's an Australian one. Okay, Number of the Beast. Another Australian copy. This is a brilliant neck. There you go. Australia. Yeah, I mean there's not much I can say about this. It comes with the inner sleeve. And look at that. Very nice variation on that. Nice beige label with like a block fonted Iron Maiden logo. Which is very different, that one, to most of the pressings, which had the Eddie head, didn't it? And on the B side had in beneath the street lamp. So that's very cool. Bit of Maiden's debut here. Now this is a Globus edition. Now there's been a lot of talk on the Iron Maiden forum about these Globus editions from the Czech Republic. Now these are reissues. I think this was done in the early 90s, about 91. But the first few, there's various coloured editions. Now the first few are official, but it has been very well bootlegged. You can always tell a bootleg apparently because the cover is is very cheap. Now this one's very hard and good quality. So check the vinyl out. Look at that. Now this is one of the 4 colours that they released officially. Well, officially might be the wrong word. It was licensed by EMI to Globus to do. So there you go. Some collectors won't touch these. Others will. I will touch these because I think they're pretty cool. There you go. So that's the Czech version of that. Another copy of the debut album here on Capitol Records. This is a rainbow. Now there's slight variation on this one, as you can see. I'll show you both back covers. See, that one's got the photos at the bottom framed, whereas this one doesn't. See? So slight variations like that throughout the country's pressings. You look at the front as well. This one is much... Eddie looks greener. Look. Do you see? It's darker. So you do get variations in printing, for sure. This is an American copy, so with the American copies, you're always going to get a heavy-duty sleeve and a heavy-duty pressing. This is quite rare. This is what's called the Rainbow label from Capitol, and this is mint unplayed. There you go. Catalogue number ST12094. There we go. Okay, one more to show you today. The last one's going to be A Number of the Beast, and this one's from Mexico as well. So it's got all the song titles in Spanish. There you go. Very, very nice. And this one comes in one of these, which is much better. And there you go. It's got like a beige EMI label. Once again, in very, very good condition, that one. That still had the price tag of it of about $10 or 10 pesos. There you are. So that is the latest additions to my Maiden collection. Hope you're all well. Remember to look on Iron Maiden Vinyl Collectors page. Please join in. Love to see you there. We're growing all the time. We're showing an awful lot of vinyl. There's new stuff on there every day. It'd be great for you to join in. So till the next time, there's lots more Maiden in the post. There's lots more to show you on the collection as well. So cheers, take care, stay well, and see you next time. Cheers.